Hi, welcome to the People's Football Show, Volume 2, with me, Charles Bailey, and...
Shaka.
Now, Shaks, it's a really special programme today because, one, we've got a really important guest coming in to do an interview about a special occasion, which is the biggest boxing match in history between...
Money Floyd Mayweather
and Manny Pacquiao. Now, Shakas, tell us a little bit more about this.
Well, pound for pound, they're reckoned to be the best two fighters in the world. So we're really fighting for the undisputed pound for pound fighter in the world.
What sort of money's involved?
Oh, the money is ridiculous.
I've heard the purse is 200 million. Is that right?
Yeah, it's something like that.
200 million.
The purse is not, but the fight is grossing way over 200 million.
Well, I heard Mayweather's getting 165, but Pacquiao's getting 60.
It depends what paper you read or what television show, but it's a lot of money, and it's more than ever before that has happened in boxing.
Well, anyway, look, we've got someone very special who's going to be coming in later on to talk a special exclusive interview with Shucks. And they're going to discuss the whole thing.
That's
and
right.
it's Earl Henry, who's a super. Well, he was an ex middleweight. He won the equivalent to the Golden Gloves. I mean, and there's the actual gloves that he knocked the guy out with.
Yeah.
So Earl's going to be sitting here with Shaka at the end of the show, and they're going to review the whole fight for you. So don't miss that.
Hi, welcome to the People's Football Show. Boxing supplement, because at the weekend it's the big one, the decider, the pound for pound greatest fighter in boxing history is Floyd Money Mayweather against Manny Pacquiao. And here in the studio we've got Earl Barretts from stateside, ex-lightweight, heavyweight professional, who's going to tell us all about it. Earl.
Oh, thanks for having me here, Shaka. It's very nice. One time I thought this fight wouldn't have happened, but I'm happy that it's here now.
It's been 6 years in the making. We know about all the shenanigans, but we're going to get it on Saturday night. What's going to happen?
I think Mayweather is going to take it by points because he's a technical boxer. He's doubled up on all his punches, his counter punches. So I think that will outpoint Pacquiao.
Okay, because it's a classic matchup. They say styles make fights, Earl, right?
Mm.
Correct?
Yep.
And this is a brawler against the counter-puncher, a classic battle. And for me, the counter-puncher, the technical fighter, wins every time.
Yes, but the name of the sport is boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone just needs one punch, and that's it.
So you're saying that Pacquiao's got a punch. If Pacquiao's going to win this fight, it's not going to be on points. He's going to have to knock Mayweather out.
Yes, he has to knock Mayweather out. And if he's going to get to Mayweather, he's got to be extremely crafty about cutting the rings off. He's got to deride the
Is that the key to the fight, Earl, cutting the ring space off?
Yes, it is.
Is that how Pacquiao wins this fight?
Yes, that's the only way I see him winning the fight.
But you know what, Earl, we've been watching it over here as well. 47 men have walked into that ring with Mr. Money Mayweather, right? And 47 men have walked out defeated fighters. And it hasn't even been close. Is this the best fighter ever?
It's questionable, but his record states for itself. It stands for itself. 4-5-0. You can't ask any questions about that.
But has he not really lacked a defining fight? I mean, he's fought Medina twice. He fought Cotto, which were tremendous fights. But really, has he lacked the opponent? Is Pacquiao the opponent that will define Mayweather?
Well, you could only fight the best, being the champion. You can't fight number 10, number 6. You got to either be fighting number 1 or 2.
We can't take him in the time tunnel and get him to fight Sugar Ray Robinson.
No, we can't. We would love to. That would be a classic. But you can't take him back to the future.
Okay, so really, as many of the commentators, most pundits and the punters have clearly gone for Mayweather. On point seems to be the most favoured outcome. Give me another scenario. How can it go wrong for Mayweather?
Well, in his last fight, saw him being wobbled 3 times.
3 times?
Yes.
Doesn't happen very often, does it?
It doesn't happen very often, but the The thing about it, Sugar Shane Mosley did not jump onto him.
Okay, he didn't follow through. He had him.
He didn't follow
through. Little bit like Bruno versus Tyson, eh?
Exactly.
Right. Okay. So what you're telling me is, Pacquiao's got to hurt him.
It's got to hurt him and hurt him really bad.
Can he do that? Do you think that he's a pressure fighter? He's an energy fighter. Do you think at this time of life he's just a little bit beyond his sell-by date? Do you think he's got the energy and fitness to do that, to put that pressure on Mayweather?
Yes. The only problem I have with Pacquiao is that he counts his punches, and he breathes after certain amount of combinations. You find him throwing 6 punches, then he goes again.
But he does throw a lot of punches, doesn't he?
Yes, he throws what we call in the sport punches in bunches.
Yeah, absolutely. And
But-
he fights with fury.
Yes, but he separates his punches.
The other thing I've noticed in the Pacquiao fights, particularly lately, that if he's not getting through early, he gets a little bit frustrated.
Yes, well, boxers forte, or all boxers I should say, don't like that. You know, because the style that they trained for is not the style that what they plan coming through in the ring.
Okay, so
You know?
you said that, Mayweather's been very serious in the build-up to this fight. He's looked a little bit worried, dare I suggest.
Yes.
Do you think he's got a trick up his sleeve? You talked about him doubling up on the counters. What else might he do, do you think?
What he needs to do, see, Pacquiao has lost before. And boxing is up to the psychological effect on the individuals. When you lose, it's a different psychological effect than when you're winning.
Okay, so their approach to the fight is different, that's what you're saying?
Yes, their approach will be different. But in saying that, Floyd Mayweather has studied Manny Pacquiao, and he's learned to respect
He's a great
him.
student of the game, isn't he?
Yes, he's learned to respect Manny Pacquiao. That's why you notice the recent interviews that Floyd Mayweather, before he would jump up and get into people's face.
No trash talking. Where's the
No
trash
trash talking. Because if you trash talk and you lose, it's double embarrassment. I know, because I used to be a boxer, and if you trash talk and you lose, it's embarrassing.
So if you give it a large one and end up on your backside,
Yes.
you'll be buying the drinks.
That, So that's the main thing.
Okay, that's actually tremendous. So what really, you're with the mainstream punters there, you're saying
Floyd
that is
Mayweather points.
and that really the only way Pacquiao can win this fight is knock him out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to take him out by 10th round.
Okay.
Because Pacquiao seems to lose his strength in
And
the latter.
is there any chance of you putting your last tenner on Pacquiao knocking him out within 10 rounds?
He's got to cut off the rings. He's got to cut the rings, dice them up like ice blocks, make it small, make the fight like you're fighting in a phone booth.
Yeah, man.
Has
that
to be
sounds
like
a
that.
Ticket. But Floyd's not going to have none of that, is he?
Nope. But what he'll have to learn to do is every time he punch him, grab him, tie him down, make those fast, slow down the speed of Floyd Mayweather, beat him on the elbows.
For me, Mayweather's defining punch is that check right hook which he slips in when the fighter's coming in off the jab. Do you think we'll see that a lot?
Yes, you see that a lot, but Pacquiao, he started his new movement, which is a side-to-side movement, which it's like a clock. You can't really hit it like that, or it's like a speedball. You can't hit it like that because he's moving from side to side.
And again, right, okay, so it's going to be acute. It's going to be finely tuned.
Yes.
I've noticed also, right, because we have to try. Everyone's got, because he's undefeated,
Yeah.
and he's got to protect his legacy because of the family fighting background.
Yeah.
Will it be the case that he might be too uptight, too nervous to execute the game plan?
No. Because as far as I think that Floyd Mayweather, and I said, person to beat Floyd Mayweather if he's going to lose, first he'll have to lose to himself. That means that he would have a psychological breakdown which would allow other fighters to get close to him.
But he's far too mentally tough for that, isn't he?
Yes.
And he lives the life. He comes from this fantastic boxing history.
Yes.
Where his uncle and his father were also very successful.
Boxing is running through his veins.
And he fights in this classic slipshod style, which is a kind of defensive form of fighting where you block and parry.
Yes. Because what you actually do, you block and jab.
Ah, okay.
With the same punch.
Okay.
So you hit the jab away, and as soon as you parry it away, you come straight over to the person.
Okay. Doesn't that mean a lot of elbows go flying in?
Yes, a lot of elbows go flying, but when you start practicing that, and because Floyd is a counterpuncher, he's learned to do that. You know, if you notice when his uncle's hitting him, he always keeps tucked in. And because he's tucked in, as soon as the uncle goes to give him the left hook, he just drops himself down. So he's got that perfect blocking mechanism going on there.
Okay. Now, a number of commentators have suggested that it could be a little bit of a board draw, that they could be a bit cagey, they might not want to engage straight away, a bit fearful. Can you see that happening at all?
I can't see that happening in the first 2 or 3 rounds. They need to feel each other out. They need to demand respect from each other.
Is that in Pacquiao's nature?
No, it's not in his nature, but if he doesn't demand respect from Mayweather...
No, I don't mean the respect, I mean the standing off. Why don't he just go straight for it? Doesn't he really?
Yeah, he'll go straight forward, but Mayweather would also want to defend his legacy. He'll go straight forward too.
There's no chance of a slugfest then?
First 2 rounds.
First 2 rounds?
First 2 rounds I see slugfest, and then when someone thinks that they've respected the other person, or they gain that respect, then the fight will settle down.
Okay, this has largely been touted as the pound for pound best fighter in the world.
Yeah.
I don't think there's many detractors. But the question is, Floyd Money Mayweather, is he the best ever?
Oh. I would not say that he's the best. To me, my best would have been the likes of Marvin Hagler.
Hagler versus... that's
Hagler Hearns.
Hagler Hearns, okay.
You notice it could be a similar effect like that, where Hagler and Hearns went out to gain each other's respect right away.
In terms of styles, though, Earl, I see this being the Hands of Stone, Sugar Ray Leonard fights, the 2 fights.
Yes.
Brawler, counter-puncher,
yes.
mover, pressure fighter.
But even you have a brawler counter-puncher, somebody is trying to get respect from the other person.
Mm-hmm.
So the only way you could get respect from the other person is the Clash of the Titans.
Okay. The other factor here is that Pacquiao is a walk forward southpaw style puncher. Does the southpaw style create any more problems for an orthodox puncher? Yes, but for Mayweather, does it bother him?
No, it doesn't bother him, because you see since Mayweather was a kid, to switch and hit from any angle. As long as you're in front of him, he's going to hit you.
He does find amazing angles.
He's going to hit you, because
he hits you from all over the show, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's not, just a straight up orthodox fighter. Right. He hits from any angle. So as long as Pacquiao is in the ring with him, he'll hit him.
Okay, now look, Medina's been in there twice.
Yep.
Cotto's been in there.
Yep.
And 1 or 2 others, and they were younger, fearsome punchers, and they couldn't get near him. What's Pacquiao got that separates him?
What Pacquiao's got, you see, when you come from very humble beginning, there's one thing in your mind: I will never go back. Okay. And that keeps all the sports personality, boxing, and every other sports personality up. Heart.
Spirit, because they're both true warriors.
Yes, they're true warriors, but I say, that they were brought up from a low state of life to a higher state of life. I would say Pacquiao had a bigger fight than Floyd Mayweather.
That's a very interesting view. Very interesting view. But I would like to say this to you: look, I love both men. I think they have both equally fascinating stories.
Yep.
And they're fascinating personalities, and I think they're great boxers, right?
Yeah.
But I can't see Pacquiao winning this fight.
Well,
I just can't see it.
It's boxing. Boxing. Everybody is in there to win, and we're all human beings. We're not robots. Somebody could get hurt. That's why we're human beings.
Okay, so as the X factor, we really don't know, do we?
We don't know, but Floyd could get hurt. Pacquiao could get hurt.
Amazing.
This maybe could be Floyd's first loss.
Okay.
Which I don't see, but
we have a couple of fighters here as well.
Yep.
Amir Khan, of course.
Yep.
And the guy from Sheffield that's completely slipped my name.
Yes.
What's his name? The boy from Sheffield.
Yes. Yeah. Very good fighter.
What's his name? What's his name? We have the two
Yes.
fighters here. Amir Khan in particular.
Yeah.
I'll come to the other guy in a minute. Amir Khan, they've recorded as being the fastest hands out there. He's say that the one way you can beat Mayweather is speed. Do you think Amir Khan's got the tools to beat Mayweather?
He's got the speed, but he might be a little bit too fast, so he'd lose the power.
But that would be sufficient to do him on points, wouldn't it?
No. You see, Amir can, even though he's fast, doesn't move as fast as his hands.
But he did against Alexander last time.
He did against Alexander, but Alexander is no Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, I knew that counter punch was coming.
Yeah, he steps from side to side, and he could hit you.
Yeah, and we have an unbeaten fighter called Kell Brook from Sheffield.
Yes, Kell Brook is going to be a great fighter.
So you think he's got a chance? Because they're saying that Amir Khan versus Kell Brook, winner will fight the winner of this fight.
Amir Khan is good. Is a friend of mine, but I think Kell Brook.
So Kell Brook beats Amir Khan.
Beats Amir Khan.
Money Mayweather beats Pacquiao.
Yes.
Who wins the playoff?
Well, I think Kell Brook will be smiling.
Kell Brook will beat. You heard
he can't beat Floyd Mayweather.
Kell Brook's the man.
But he will have a shot at Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, and what's he got that makes you think he can do it?
Oh. I think the only thing that will beat Floyd Mayweather at the present time, Kell Brook. If he's going to beat him, it's going to be the youth.
The youth, energy.
Energy, yes. He's got to jump all over Mayweather.
He does walk into a few,
yes.
Doesn't he?
Yes, but it's because he's younger, he will have more energy. That's the way he have to tie Floyd Mayweather up on constant basis, tie him up, make him tired, rough him up.
So again,
move him around the ring.
So youthful energy beats technical skill.
And with Kell Brook's case, because he's training himself to be similar counterpuncher like Floyd Mayweather. So then you'll have both styles.
They won't neutralize each other.
Yes, you'll have both styles.
Okay,
yep.
That's it. You've heard it. So that's the way it's going to be. Money Mayweather is going to win the fight on points, but Pacquiao has the best puncher's chance out there, so it could be fireworks. Let's hope it is. Thanks very much.
Yes,
Earl.
thank you very much. Thank you.